aka IGB, aka Nintendo 64. Not 64, 64. Aka the Miracle Man. Bio. This man is a legend. He'll cross you on the court, crisscross applesauce. And after he drops you, he'll freestyle and drop a diss track about you while you're still falling. Whether he's driving to the paint, clutching up late in the game. All this man gets is
call him the miracle plan. When the clock ticking low, they scream miracle man. Cross him up, break the floor.
this guy right here. His name is Hunter, aka Hunt, or Be Hunted, aka the Headhunter. Bio, he might sell cars, but he's got the drive to take any conversation to the next level. He throws gas on the fire and delivers one mean handshake. This man doesn't tire, but he keeps it rolling. But let's pump the brakes real quick. One more thing. Some may not understand, but 2 words that I can say would be Indy Hartwell. ... This guy right here. This is Joshua. Not J-O-S, J-O-S-H-U-A. J-A-S-H-U-A. Bio. Ooh la la la. Some lose a match, but reroute and adapt. Like Cena getting booed, and they cheering them back when it's easier to tap out. But you wrestling with it like Edge with the grit, coming back and still hitting, making messes with it. It's a message, and it trust the process. Yeah, just like the vision that it will. Ooh, la 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 la. Wrestling with Progression podcast. Okay. Almost gave myself a concussion. All right.
He's got major energy today.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Progression. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. It doesn't matter if you press it with the index finger. It doesn't matter if you press it with your middle finger. It doesn't matter if you press it with the ring finger. It doesn't matter if you press it with your pinky finger. Or it doesn't matter if you use your thumb. But regardless, like and subscribe. Not dislike. Like and subscribe. Ooh la la la. But on a serious note, we have a lot of things to discuss. So we're going to discuss the AIW event that we attended, which a little bit of the indie scene, and of course the TNA, NXT, and WWE partnership. And there's going to be many more of things that we're going to discuss this episode.
Yes, sir.
So first, we can start with you, Nintendo 64.
Let's start off with AIW, my favorite. Sam Holloway's a freaking beast.
Yeah.
I love that dude, man. And then, like, you know, with it being my first indie event, you know, not knowing what the heck was going on when he took I forgot the guy's name. He took the guy and just threw him over the barricade right in front of us. I'm like, oh, okay, I have to pay attention. I could be a part of the show. Now I understand what's going on here. So, Sam Holloway, I think he's 6'8".
Yeah, 6'8".
He's a big dude.
6'8", like 310, and be able to move like that. That's similar to some of the better bigs we've seen as wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know, some of them are that height but can't move like that. So,
yeah.
I would really like to see him, you know. I know he had a little stint in WWE Evolve I seen.
He's an ID prospect.
Yeah. So I look forward to
that.
seeing him because sometimes talent is undeniable. That dude's a freaking beast, man.
Yeah.
But how about you, Hunter?
Yeah, I mean, me and Josh were talking about it. It was like, he looks like Josh Briggs. Like, him and Briggs together would be an awesome team.
Dude, that would be an unstoppable team.
Yeah.
Especially
Like, think
how big
Authors
they
of
are.
Pain, just more like bikery. Like,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
level of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Just imagine, like, Josh Briggs doing the moonsault and,
Yeah.
oh, my gosh.
I'll never
That's a
forget
cheating team.
that Dijak, Oba Femi, Josh Briggs match is still like my favorite match of last year. That match was great. I love Josh Briggs. He's so entertaining in the ring. I was really hoping he was going to get that last NXT spot, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we have a lot to.
But yeah,
discuss.
I mean, we saw Tyler Breeze, Isla Dawn, Swoggle was there, Colin Delaney, Reggie was there. I didn't even realize it was Reggie until the match happened. He did like 50 back or somersaults like in the ring.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so crazy. Like Reggie is really good in the ring, man.
Yeah.
It's really good in the ring. But go ahead and continue.
I don't know if you could take Reggie super seriously. Like he's definitely that 24/7. Like him, Truth, Rockstar, Spud.
Yeah.
What was his name? Drake Maverick. Like that era,
about
he
Drake Maverick.
fits right in with that whole group. That's that's great for him. But like he was entertaining. Like I think that was pretty loud. The crowd got was during when he was doing those like backflip somersault things. I'm not a gymnast, so I don't know.
It was like a triple backflip cutter.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, how do you just think of this stuff?
Yeah.
But I mean, heck, a couple of other noticeable wrestlers, Wes Barkley.
Yeah.
You know, obviously he won the cup for a title opportunity at any time. Beating Sam Holloway, by the way. He was awesome. You could tell he knows what he's doing in the ring, and he constantly improves. And then, heck, I'm trying to think, Chuck Stone and Austin James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That freaking match.
That was lit.
I was like, Austin James hits dingers.
Yeah.
He carries a freaking baseball bat. But it was just, the experience was just a great time, great vibes. And, I mean, the performers were awesome. Not only were they awesome, they were nice, too.
Yeah.
You know, meeting them and, you know, getting comfortable, especially for someone like me that you guys probably are more familiar with going to events like that, at least more than me. So it was my first experience, and I mean, they were awesome to me while I was there. So
Yeah.
I look forward to the future.
We did
for
some
sure.
meet and greets. I don't know if Josh posted some to our socials or not. but
Yeah, for sure.
We got to meet Isla Dawn and Breeze. And
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's awesome too.
I was
Definitely
outside at
sweetheart.
one point, and Katie Arquette and the tag team champs were outside, so that was pretty
wow.
cool. So yeah, it was a great atmosphere. Like could get a little rowdy, can get a little rowdy.
Yeah.
There was a continuous chant throughout the night that I'm not going to repeat, but
Yeah, but,
get a little rowdy, but it's a good time overall. Like
yeah.
you'll see wrestlers like scattered everywhere. If you have questions, like even if you just they'll talk to you for a couple seconds, like they're not going to push you away.
Yeah.
Like I think even after it, a lot of them stayed. Like Bill Alfonso's there. Like it was right next to a bowling alley too. They were at the bowling alley all night. Apparently, I saw it on Swoggle's feed the next morning.
Right.
So it's a good atmosphere. If you can go,
Yeah.
I'd recommend it just because it's not like it's super expensive. It's a couple hours event. Like it felt like it was a good amount. Like I felt like I got my money's worth.
Yeah,
and more.
absolutely.
So I mean, local indie events. You'll see people. Zack Ryder claims he's the king of the. Matt Cardona claims he's king of the indies. You know, maybe he'll be at that indie show. He's been in the company that we watched. And there's even more around in the local areas. So it's like me and Josh, we were all in a group chat talking about, hey, we might want to go to more events, see if we can get more people to talk and see like what more experiences we learn. We had a guest on last episode, so like who knows what's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
And I was just thought about a name, Jocelyn Navarro. That went against Isla Dawn.
Yeah.
She can move pretty quick in the ring, especially like for her build.
Yeah.
She doesn't. You don't think she'll be as quick as she is.
Yeah.
She
She's
moves
very
great in the
agile.
ring as well.
So she had a match last night. I follow her on socials. And
Oh, really?
they were wrestling on a pool table.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
That is
Shout
unique.
out! I watched some of the highlights because she was posting them on her Instagram story. So I was like, this is nice.
Yeah, she's awesome too.
Yeah, and when you start following some of these people on socials or like watching what they're doing, you see they're interacting with other people. You know, like Gigi Dolan, Priscilla Kelly had a match with her a couple weeks back. So it's like you see all these like people interact with each other. And it's like, oh, this is just
really
raising
awesome.
it up.
Yeah.
It's like really the indie scene is a fun thing when you get to really experience it.
Absolutely.
I think it's awesome too when you look at some of these stars or on the indie scene. It's gonna be even more awesome when we see them pop on, whether it's an AEW, whether it's a WWE, NXT, Evolve, and be like, man, I remember they were, you know, at the AIW show or any other indie shows, and you're like, man, like it's something in seeing them from the beginning.
Yeah.
And build into what we know they can achieve. So
It's
it's
like
really
you're taking
awesome.
that journey with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just gives you a whole new respect for it because obviously we're wrestling fans. You know, Hunter knows more, more of that's why we call him the brain. Me, I'm a wrestling fan, but I'm going to be honest, I've been strictly WWE. So this is also an opportunity for me to open up and see everything around wrestling as a whole, not just WWE. So I really gain a bigger respect for that as well.
That's awesome take, man. That's awesome.
What about you, though?
Honestly, I respect everything that the wrestlers do, especially the sacrifices that they're making, even though they may just make a little bit of money, but it's more than that, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it's just pretty much picking back off of what Lindsay said. It's a great experience. I know we've been to more indie shows and so forth as well, but I know we're going to have many more to come to attend together. Yeah. So just being around the wrestlers, getting the opportunity to talk to them, or even like having like a 2-second interaction with them, it's like, wow, you're also a human being as well, just like me, but also you're doing what you love doing while also impacting other people's lives. So it's really great.
Like, shout out our boy JG. He was just walking the crowd talking to wrestlers while they're walking past and everything.
Yeah, JG, I'll say this. He's an unlockable character as well. You guys will get to see. You'll have an idea. He looks like Santos Escobar.
Yeah, he does. That's his name in my phone.
I will say he definitely made interaction with the wrestlers so much smoother for us because he want to talk about breaking the ice and just being comfortable.
Networking,
That dude basically set up the table. But, I mean, heck, when you talk about, like you mentioned, they do what they love doing, I can only imagine for the kids or some of the younger people. Now, it is a rowdy atmosphere. But, what kid hasn't been around rowdiness?
Yes,
so when you are a child or a kid or maybe even a teen and you're looking at these stars in the ring, whether it's the indie scene, they're kind of like superheroes in a way. Yeah. You look up to these people, and heck, even Wes Barkley said it. I remember when he said he was in the crowd about 3 years ago maybe, and he was in the stands watching this like, I want to do this. It starts there most of the time. We all watch WWE, but sometimes when you're in that atmosphere of AIW or the indie scene, you're like, man, this could really be the start. Yeah. And you get comfortable, and next thing you know, you're cutting promos and you're building there. So it's just a nice place with great vibes, and to also be able to build what you want to be there.
Exactly. Yeah. That's good, man.
I think Josh has a really good perspective on all of it because he's been to these indie scene shows with us. He's been to TNA tapings. He's been to NXT, I think, right? Or
is going to be this week.
He's going to NXT. He's been to AEW shows. He's been to WWE. He's been to the pay-per-views. He's been to SummerSlam. He's been in those big atmospheres. It's like nothing can compare to that indie scene just because it's so intimate. It's like watching like somebody you went to school with play basketball. Yeah, there's 300 kids in the crowd. Right. Yeah. But now he's going to college at this big college in the state, and now there's 10,000 people in the crowd. Now he's going to the NBA or NFL or whatever, and now there's thousands upon thousands of more. It's like watching that. Yeah. And it's like at the purest form, isn't that wrestling? That's my guy. I want him to succeed. I want him to get to where he needs to get to. Like that, Maserati, like he's gonna be great. Yeah. I really like him.
I cannot wait. Yeah, for people to actually see more of him.
Yeah. Who's the champion? I don't know his name. I can't remember it.
The ball guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Isaiah Broner.
Yeah. He is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's a dude with that size, that heavyweight size, that can also move. Yeah. And is impact wrestler. You just being able to. Dude's a beast.
Yeah. He wrestled Jake something. It was great.
Yeah. Jake something is awesome too.
Yeah. Shout out I think he's with TNA still right now.
I think he is.
Yeah, I believe so.
So that's somebody who could be in this NXT invasion, and we were just watching them at this indie show. So
yeah, and speaking of the TNA invasion against NXT, what do you guys think about that, by the way?
I love it. The main thing I love about the NXT TNA partnership is that even though we have some WWE guys with the TNA titles, TNA doesn't feel weak. And that's what I was afraid of. Yep. When you partner with another company, obviously WWE being a big dog and everything, you don't want that other company, because it's a partnership, to look weak.
Yeah.
TNA always loses, or they never really come out on top. But you can see a lot of the fans kind of siding with some of the people in TNA, getting to know some of the wrestlers in TNA. Like, dude, some of us may have known about Leon Slater, but the casual fan is just like, we got Javon Evans, and then they see Leon Slater for the first time, like, who the heck is this guy?
Especially when he first hit the Swanton 450 in front of that NXT crowd. When you actually observe some people in the crowd, they're like, who is this guy?
Yeah,
you can see it,
you
but yeah.
can't believe it.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, and it's still a part of NXT as far as what I'm about to talk about, but Sol Ruka, when she just kind of splashed on SmackDown just recently.
No pun intended.
And and you see, I seen a post and someone was like, this might have been the greatest finisher I've ever seen. And that just shows that was a casual fan that probably just watches Raw and SmackDown.
Yep.
And had no clue who this chick was and just seen Sol Ruka for the first time. And was just like, who the heck is this chick? And it's like, same deal with Javon Evans spiking up on SmackDown.
Yes.
It's
it's awesome what they're doing.
You can kind of get the casual fan to be like, who are these people? And now you get the eyes on NXT.
Yeah.
And now you got the eyes on NXT. Now they see NXT stars, TNA stars, and you're like, man, just wrestling as a whole is amazing.
Yeah.
Heck, even a tag match with Ricky Starks.
Oh yeah.
Trick and A, Trick Williams.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Heck, I'm trying to think of everyone that's in the match because I know you got Mike Santana.
Yep.
You got Leon Slater.
Frankie Kazarian.
Frankie Kazarian, which he's original.
I'm surprised Moose isn't part of the.
Moose is one of the.
He was one of them.
Yeah, Moose is one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, Moose is in there. I think that's it, right? 4?
Yeah, it's 4, and then on the other team, it's
Javon, Trick,
Miles
Ricky,
Bourne.
and Miles Bourne.
I wish it was Josh Briggs, but it's okay.
I did. I was pulling
I
for
feel like
Josh
Josh Briggs. Is
I just
want to
see Josh Briggs and Moose just go at it. Just Josh versus Moose would be great. Now, the one thing I will say is because everyone's dogging, they're like, oh, TNA lost all their championships to NXT. But here's the thing. Think about it when they're finally going to overcome it. And just, you're rubbing shoulders with guys who are on SmackDown and Raw fighting Sami Zayn or interacting with Chelsea Green and the Secret Service. Like, you are seeing them touch shoulders. That means that's elevating these TNA guys. Because now it's like, oh, if he's having a competitive match against Javon Evans, who just had a really good match with Sami Zayn, this guy must be good. I like this guy.
Exactly.
And it's like Javon Evans can wrestle a good guy, a bad guy. Everyone just loves Javon Evans.
Yeah.
So it's like with him, you could put him in there with whoever you want to. Like him versus Frankie Kazarian. Like Frankie Kazarian is very innovative, and Javon Evans is very innovative.
Yeah.
Think about those two minds having a match together. Now, is that going to be the main event of WrestleMania? No, but that is going to be a good match that this now opens TNA up for.
Absolutely. That's good.
Heck,
That's good.
it's going to be freaking awesome. And then you got the women. You got Kaylani repping TNA.
That's the one.
That's something. Yeah.
That's the one champion I don't like having it right now because they're repping it, and it's like, Kalani should not be the TNA champion.
It caught me off guard too because when I think TNA, I don't think Kalani Jordan.
Yeah.
Type of deal. Not saying anything about her talent and skills. Just I was looking more for a TNA knockout.
Yeah.
To represent them, but
it makes you wonder. Ash by Elegance, she relinquished the title though.
Yeah.
So at first, it makes you think like, was it kayfabe? But now it's like it must be something like very serious though.
And I mean that's the bummer about the business though.
Yeah.
You never know what could come up at any random time. Heck, even with Jordan Grace and her husband's situation, recently.
Yeah.
You're just working and then an emergency happens, you're not even there. That's a scary real life moment that you can't control.
Yeah.
But I mean, heck, just shouts out. You just want, their health to be the main thing.
Absolutely.
Whatever it may be, you never know anyone's situation. So
that's good.
I do like what they are doing with Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry. Like they had the backstage.
Special guest referee too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling I want Jordan Grace to go heel. I want that like big, bulky, like on NXT, just like how Shayna Baszler was or Nia Jax was, just that
dominant force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you're a good guy, you can't do that because if you're going up against JC Jane, who's the champion, you can't just beat her down the whole match and then somehow lose to like a small package.
Yeah.
Have her be a bad guy for a little bit. I think that would just open up some things because I think JC Jane's ready for the main roster.
Yeah.
It's just there's a talent log everywhere. Like
Yeah.
they're saying Oba's not even going up after losing the NXT title. They're saying there's
That's
more
a
plans
surprise,
for him in NXT. I want him versus Gunther. Like I want that match.
Yeah.
That would cook.
Yeah, I
That
want
would
that
cook,
match.
man.
But it's like they're saying he can't go up to the main roster. And then I'm thinking about it's like, where does he fit into? Because like all of his kind of roles are kind of filled by Seth Rollins' group or anybody who's associated with Solo Sikoa. Like,
Yeah.
it's like Drew McIntyre. There's kind of a log jam where it's like you can't really throw him in anywhere right now. And I feel like if you do, he gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Right.
But Oba is going to be great. I'm manifesting it. It needs to happen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I cannot have a downside to him. He is so good. He is so entertaining. He needs to be a world champion. Like that's how good he is.
Yeah. I agree. Because
Yeah.
he has the charisma too. And not to sound like that, but he is the ruler.
The ruler.
But even though he is the ruler, kind of like a Nigerian hierarchy type of deal.
Yeah.
You know, remember Apollo Crews tried that, but his style didn't
just-
really match that role. You
Yeah,
look at
I
Oba
agree.
Femi and just place him here, and you're like, now that's the ruler.
Yeah.
He
really
is the
looks
ruler.
like
He
the
really
ruler.
looks the ruler, and he can play that part in the ring. He's so physically dominant. It doesn't matter what side he has a great match with any type of wrestler. Gunther, as you mentioned, is probably the one I want to see the most. So
Yeah.
I can't wait for that to happen. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but you can wrestle with that. We've seen him with smaller guys like Javon. We've seen him with the Trick Williams of the world. And dude's awesome. It's like it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
agree. And I was just going to say, not many people talk about it, but his selling is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Oba's selling, especially for being a big guy.
I
he
think
doesn't
he's
look
to the
stiff.
level of Brock with
Yeah.
selling.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really great. But what were you going to say?
Just as far as the way that he sells, and he also plays the part of he's still a big guy.
Yeah.
So it does
Yeah.
take more to take him down, which
Yeah,
is kind
it's
of
good.
how Kevin Nash in a way helped. Not Roxanne, but with Raquel.
Raquel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raquel.
When he was just like, you need to be bigger in the ring, and she didn't take it as an insult. She actually took that advice, and now
ran with
she's been awesome in the ring just by taking that
Yeah.
little gem.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Kevin Nash knows what it's like to be a bigger wrestler. It shouldn't take.
He can relate to that.
Yeah,
a lot.
like a smaller wrestler just hits, Raquel with a drop kick and she falls right out. That
Yeah.
shouldn't happen. Like they need to be able to wear you down to get you down, and Oba understands that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even the match against Ricky, it's like
Ricky had to do
DDT
Yep,
after
6 or 7 of
DDT
them.
after DDT, and it's like
Yeah.
that's how that should have went.
like a final boss in a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
With the health bars.
you have to do something major.
Yeah.
Or something over and over again that does that much damage to keep this guy down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I did even though he, lost the title, I was rooting for the ruler. But if he's gonna lose, I like the way they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two things to piggyback off that.
Mm-hmm.
Oba is going to be in that same vein of Sheamus, Drew, Gunther, where they can go in the ring with anyone, and after the end of the match, you know that the match was great. Like that's the mold. That is like the key mold in WWE you want to have.
Yeah.
They're always taken serious. Nobody ever complains about them. They're always there. And like in cases with Drew, Drew's also really funny outside the ring, and
Right.
when he's like, "I'm going home, I'm quitting." Like people believe that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like when CM Punk comes back to WWE, does anybody think Drew McIntyre is going to be his biggest feud and like his greatest feud so far? No, they're thinking it's going to be Seth. They think it's going to be somebody completely different, and it's been Drew, and that's just. He's going to fit that mold, so that is going to be a guy for the next 10 years you are going to watch and love.
Absolutely.
But with Oba, you mentioned him and Trick. Is
Yeah.
Trick slowly becoming one of the Mount Rushmore faces of NXT?
It's crazy. Honestly, going back to when he first debuted with Mello,
Yeah.
you would never think he was going to be where he is now.
Yeah,
I was like, this guy will be a great manager, but then he's been improving with his in-ring. He's just, honestly, Trick, the most improved wrestler of the year in my book. But go ahead and
I think
continue.
he's getting up there with like Adam Cole,
Yeah.
Gargano, and Ciampa. Like he's getting up there. He's been there. He's been there through the black and gold era, or he was started like the end of the black and gold era, and then he went to the tie-dye era.
Tie-dye era.
And then
That's
he's
what
now
you call
back
it.
in the new revamped black and gold era. Like
Yeah.
he's continuously been down there, and that's what you saw with Ciampa, Gargano, and Cole, where they were just running. And it's like
Yeah,
Trick should go to the main roster, but I'm fine with him just staying down there.
for a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like there's just
Yeah.
more talent down there for him to interact with. I don't think there's really something on the main roster he can sink his teeth into. I'd love him to come up and face Sammy. That'd be a good match. And on SmackDown, that'd be great.
That just reminds me, there were rumors that what if Trick actually faces Cena or have an interaction with Cena? How would you guys feel about that?
Trick and Cena.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Trick reminds me of like kind of a Booker T mold,
Mm-hmm.
and I love
Yeah.
King Booker versus Cena, so I'm all down for it. And Trick's kind of got that like he's not like he doesn't say he's a king or like anything like that, but it's like he's kind of got that like I run this is my joint, which is what a king would have. So I'm down for it.
I like
that.
his confidence.
Yeah,
You know, he believes what he's saying, and he can back it up in the ring.
yeah,
You know, now with his heel run, you know, he's been a heel for quite a bit now, but he can do both.
Yeah,
You know, when he was coming out and he was a face and the whole planet was chanting, whoop
Whoop
that
that
trick,
trick.
and this, that, and the other, and then he swatched that heel. They're still chanting, whoop that trick, by the way. But but he can kind of be a jerk,
yeah,
and he's good at it, just like how Mello is.
yeah,
Mello kind of organically became a face a little, you know,
yeah.
a little bit just because people were rooting for him to get the title and things of that nature. But when you're good at being a jerk, you're good at being a jerk.
I'll never forget the Ilya versus Trick match where Carmelo
match
turns
was-
on him.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Trick so hard, and I love Ilya, but
Yeah.
I was like, I was sitting in my ex-girlfriend's house watching it in her bed while she was watching something on YouTube, and I am sitting there enthralled in the match, and she's like, why are you keep freaking out? I'm like, this match is so good. And that's face Trick. Now let's get heel Trick, who I am thinking right now is like, nobody's touching him right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
two opposite ends of the spectrum, both perfectly work.
Yep.
How many people can do that? I think that's
Not
like
many.
him and Randy Orton. Like those are the two who can go from 08, Randy Orton's gonna like destroy your family life.
Punk cake.
Yeah, to Riddle, to Matt Riddle and Orton just being like the best comedy tag team we've seen that
Man.
make
Yeah.
no sense together. Like that's the same thing with those two. It's great.
And I think that's what I love about NXT.
Yeah.
Is it gives you an opportunity to just say, screw it, let's try it out.
Yeah,
Swing, hit, miss, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it misses. Like Kaylani, they tried the heel thing with her, but
it just
she's so
isn't.
nice.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
I can't believe the heel thing. You can try to be mean, but you're just a nice person.
Yeah.
I can't get behind you being mean. You know, so when you're talking about Trick, who you
Yeah.
can see, oh, he can be a face, he can be a heel, he can wrestle as a heel, he can wrestle as a face, and I think that's kind of an underrated thing. Most people don't know is like about the heel and face turns.
Yeah.
Can you do the little heel gems in the match? Kind of, you know, to sell it in a way.
That's
Just,
good, man.
you know, little cheating tactics, things of that nature, or just act like a brat when you lose. I'm Trick Willie. Ain't no way this happening to me. Like even with, you know, you mentioned Booker T, and it's like I remember when Teddy Long, you're going one-on-one with the Undertaker. And he's like, oh hell no.
Trick
Hell
even did
no.
that, too.
Trick did that, yeah. You know, you're going one-on-one. I
Yeah.
forgot who he was facing. Maybe was it Oba or somebody? But
I know it was a backstage segment with.
oh no,
I
he was
think-
tag teaming.
Yeah.
With a bunch of dudes he didn't want to team
Oh
with.
yeah,
like
Javon
Oba
and
Javon.
yeah.
against
And
Dark
he-
State.
He's
Yeah,
like,
against
oh,
Dark
hell
State.
no. Just walked out. But
And Booker T's reaction after that too, like Booker T was laughing. I was cracking up when Trick really
Oh
did
my
that. Oh my
God.
gosh.
But it's just like,
Yeah.
it's little things like that. I think, and going back to what Hunter said earlier, Jordan, I think she does need to be a heel because she needs that nasty
Yes.
edge. And we
Yeah.
know she can do it.
Oh, yeah.
You already looked the part.
yeah.
I think that gives her an opportunity to play bigger, you know, wrestle bigger, I should say.
yeah.
And just kind of be nasty. Sometimes when you're built like that, you need that nasty edge, and it's hard to pull that off as a face.
Yeah.
So that's what NXT is for. Try it out. If it
That's
works,
good.
great.
That's good
If
take.
it doesn't, that's something we'll just chalk it up.
Yep.
But I think that's why it's good to have Shawn Michaels,
Yeah.
down there. The guy's been a heel. He's been the biggest heel ever. Shawn Michaels was great at being a freaking jerk back in the day.
Yeah.
But then revamped Shawn Michaels comes back. He's saved.
Yeah.
Comes out with the all white. He knows how to be a good guy too. So
Yeah, the only time he was a bad guy was when against Hulk Hogan for whatever reason.
yeah,
I remember that brief stint
I
for him
still
being
was
a
rooting
bad
for
guy.
Shawn. I didn't care.
I had a wrestling action figure with those Shawn Michaels black and white pants he wore at that match.
Yeah.
And I always was like, when I had it as a kid, I'm like, I don't know what this match is from. And then I saw it as an adult, and I'm like, I had that action figure? No way.
Man, and then I know you both have to remember the selling in that match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. Freaking Hulk Hogan, big boot, Shawn Michaels.
And he was just like
Man,
flopping.
The perfect one was when he gets kicked, he gets back up, and then he like flips back down just as Hulk Hogan turns around.
Man, it's like, dude, you wanna? And then the thing was, I remember watching that as a kid, not even thinking about what I was watching, and then watching as an adult, I'm like, man, Shawn Michaels is kind of a genius.
Yeah.
Because old man Hogan was pretty old at that time too.
Yeah.
It was just like,
And it's probably his most memorable SummerSlam match.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
that's literally the definition of this guy can wrestle a broomstick and put on a 5-star match. Just like kind of
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles are kind of like the two that come into my mind just off rip. But and I can't wait Cena, AJ Styles.
Yeah.
That's gonna cook.
That's gonna be awesome. Like I feel like Cena will probably get the win, but I think AJ's gonna be able to put up a fight to where we won't know.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's gonna be awesome.
They
Man.
deserve it.
Yeah, they really do. And speaking of AJ too, next year would be his last year too.
Yeah, I seen.
We're going
Man,
to see him
so
in TNA
fair
at some
words.
point.
Do you?
Like I know he came out and did his little spiel on the
Yeah.
one night, but we are going to
should.
see AJ Styles wrestle, whether it's Frankie Kazarian, which would be awesome, just a good throwback.
Yeah.
I think the fans would be happy with that. Or if it's somebody like Leon Slater, just put him in there. I will take him against Santino Marella. I don't care.
Would it
AJ
be?
Styles TNA retirement tour.
Man, that would be man.
I
It's too.
I was really hoping
Dude, I
Cena
can't
would have
even
made
say
it.
anything.
It would have been great if Cena made did a match in TNA. Just with
That
the
would be
partnership.
something. Yeah.
They won't do it just because his schedule isn't there. But if they had it, that would have been so great.
He already did the heel turn, so it's like, might as well just have one match in TNA.
Yeah.
It would
He could
hurt,
have wrestled
right?
Nick Nemeth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
they
something.
had the great feud with AJ Lee.
Yeah.
It would have been a nice little callback. So
John Cena versus Nick Nemeth. You look like somebody, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
it's Nikki from the Spirit Squad.
Oh yeah, that's right. See, you changed your name, Nikki.
Shout out Nick Nemeth, Cleveland guy.
That's one of those
Yeah.
you can just break the fourth wall.
It'll be
you kind of look
hilarious.
like Dolph Ziggler. Just look right into the camera. Like, oh man, just playing the people for suckers.
They really should have utilized that. I'm surprised they didn't allow Nick Nemeth to be part of the TNA.
They might. We saw Mustafa Ali
Yeah,
finally come
versus-
over.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
a
true.
great segue. I was just thinking about that. 'Cause
Yeah, speaking of that, yeah.
he
go ahead.
finally
After a
gets
while.
his opportunity against Ethan. I think he might win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I
wouldn't
felt that
be
promo
mad.
through the TV,
And-
man.
And plus, I think he's the perfect person to kind of put the balance back towards TNA side as far as a TNA guy winning a WWE based championship at the time.
Yeah.
Kind of balance out that partnership.
I think what we're gonna see with this is what the WWE or WWF versus WCW invasion storyline should have been. Because you could have like Mustafa Ali is now an NXT guy and like turned on somebody from TNA and
Yeah.
But then you could also have somebody like Jordan Grace turns on somebody and is now back with TNA. Like you never really know who's on whose side. Like that's why I thought they did a great
That's
with
good.
Hendry and Grace. But
Yeah.
there's more than just that. Like some of the people may have had like one stop shops there, but you know, like there could be some chicanery that's gonna be like
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So but yeah, like Jordan, we were talking about Jordan Grace turning. What are they doing with Sol Ruka? Is she just gonna have all the titles? Like,
I wouldn't even be mad, man.
She's on-
She's very talented.
she is, and I love her and Zarya. Her and Zarya are great.
Yeah.
When they're up in that, like, I forget what they call it, but like the area that where like the railing is, and they have whiteboards, and they're just writing stuff on the whiteboards. I was
Yeah.
like, that is great. This is like Edge and Christian, but the female version of it. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good example.
Yeah,
That's a good
where it's like
example.
you see that there's a really big talent here, but don't forget Zarya is also very entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
saw also with its TNA NXT partnership, Lyra was on TNA or NXT this
Yeah.
week. Go Birds!
Yeah.
The
Her
bird
her
lady.
and Tatum had an interaction, so it's like you have a WWE person in NXT with TNA people in the building. Like,
Yeah, that's another thing. Not many people talk about Tatum Paxley. She's very talented in the ring as well.
yeah, she has that super cool move where she does like a somersault. It's awesome. I remember I sent it to you one time. I'm like, this is the coolest move ever.
Yeah.
Man. And I think Tatum will, now that she's in this kind of story between Lyra and Cullen, it's
Yep.
like we'll probably get to see her break out, finally snap, and just be like, I'm sick of being pulled this way and pulled that way. I can make my own decisions. And then we'll see what Tatum Paxley has.
Yeah, I agree. And plus, I want to hear more of her banger theme.
Yeah,
She has a banger theme
she
song.
does.
Yeah.
In 2K25, she's my like North American champion in my GM mode, and I just let this let the theme song rock. I'm just like, let's go. If I watch a match, I'm like, I'm not skipping your entrance. I'm like, I don't need to see Maxine Dupree's entrance, but I need to see Tatum Paxley's entrance. So
Speaking of Maxine Dupree, you see that she's really putting in the work,
yeah,
and she's gonna have a title shot against Becky.
yeah. I mean, I want to see
That's
it go
crazy.
well, but like, didn't they do this didn't they do this with Ivy Nile already? I'm just saying. I'm not hating on Maxine or anything, but didn't they just do this with Ivy Nile a couple months back? They're redoing it now with Becky. Next thing we know, she's gonna have the same match with Tiffany Stratton for the world title.
Man.
Honestly, I see what they're trying to do with Maxine. They're trying to build her up, and I think she's really putting in the work. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
I think she's good in the ring.
Yeah.
She's not Becky Lynch. She's not Ric Flair. She's not Shawn Michaels. But she's fine in the ring.
Yeah.
Like if she gets in the ring and if she has a match on Raw against anybody on the Raw women's roster, I'm not gonna sit there and go, why is this match happening?
Yeah. That
Like
makes sense.
it's just like with Akira Tozawa going in the match with Gunther and that for the world title. I understand
That
the
was a-
storyline, and we all loved that match. It was great. It was fantastic. But that just proves like Akira Tozawa can go with anyone. So can Gunther, and Maxine can go in the ring probably with anyone on the Raw roster.
Yeah.
But why does she need to train to have this match? I didn't see Becky Lynch have a workout routine beforehand to fight Lyra for the title. Saying.
Well, I'll say this.
I think it worked really well with Gable. I think that's why maybe I'm not liking it as much because Gable made those really good.
Sometimes you have to train for a big match, especially you're dealing with Becky Lynch, greatest female wrestler of all time. It's not just her saying it.
Yeah.
It's Sports Illustrated says it. The Chicago Tribune says it. The Akron Beacon Journal says it.
Not the Akron Beacon Journal.
That's the most reliable of all the news sources you can find out there.
So at the end of the day, when you break it down and you got to fight a talent like that, you might want to be prepared. Because if it was just her saying it, yes, of course I'm going to say I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
But it's not just her saying it. Other people say it. So, and if you don't believe me, watch the show.
Yeah.
What
Agreed.
is her like? Is she still like in that group like Alpha Academy? Like, she was with Natalia for a bit.
I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
Man.
Otis.
What
last
happened to
thing
Otis?
he was fighting
he was-
Omos and Microman down in the AAA event.
Yeah.
That was the last time I think I saw him. I think they somebody hated on Akira Tozawa over Raw a couple weeks ago or something. I think that's like the last thing. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
I remember with that group, I was like, they should win the Raw championships. Like they should be, and it's like they've had a slow downfall, and it saddens me because I like Akira, I like Otis,
Yeah.
and I mean, I guess
Honestly,
they're giving something to Maxine, so I can't complain.
They could have did like a tag team with Otis and Akira, could have kept that going for
Yeah.
a little bit, because honestly, I think they could have won the tag titles for a little bit, but how the way they were getting billed at the time, but now
Yeah.
it's just what now?
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Unfortunately,
I want to see more of Akira though. Just let Akira go face anyone he wants.
people really do sleep on his in-ring
Yeah.
ability too. He's not bad in the ring.
No, he's really good.
He's
I remember
So-
watching the Cruiserweight Classic. He was really good in that. It was back when he had brown hair, so it always threw me off when he bleached blonde his hair. But Akira's lost. He has like one of the greatest body transformations. Like
yeah, wasn't he like
he was like very
hefty?
Very. He had my physique, very doughy. Like then he became shredded. Like he got on that like Gunther diet and
Yeah.
became shredded.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, you know, when Chad Gable gets back and, you know, he gets to partner up with his buddy El Grande Americano,
Yeah.
and we'll see them both in the same area at the same time because they're not the same person, which we've
Hey,
been
man.
trying to tell you from the beginning, but apparently you don't want to listen to people. So
Hey man.
Yeah, and we know Gable's hurt. Like there's surgery videos. Like that man
Surgery.
can't wrestle with that.
yet El Grande Americano is still an active superstar
Yeah.
wrestling in AAA. Speaking
Now he
fluent
has a
Spanish,
team.
by the way.
Yeah.
Now he has two other El Grandes with him,
yeah.
which is Tyler
can-
Bate
No.
and Pete Dunne
No.
Here he
under the
goes.
mask.
No.
Yeah,
He can just spawn them. He's one of those unlockable characters.
exactly. Question mark man.
Yeah.
Who's that Pokemon? El Grande number 2. Uno, dos, tres.
Speaking of spotted,
El Grande.
El Grande.
speaking of spotted, someone also posted the video. You guys remember the whole segment between Cody and the Vision on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
Where did Randy Orton even come from? Like he just spawned out of the blue. He just came out of nowhere. Like the camera was panning on Cody.
Yeah.
Then Randy was just like, whew.
Have you ever been in your backyard and a snake just appears upon you? Like you weren't looking for the snake. He is the viper for a reason.
Oh, you got a point,
He's
man. That's a
definitely
valid
living up
point.
to the
He is the viper. He is the legend killer.
He had a
He
point.
is who I was scared of in 2008 that he might come to my house and throw me through my window, like he did to Triple H. Or no, that was 2009. 2009. But still, I was scared for my life.
Yeah, especially when he punt kicked Cena's dad at the time. Remember that?
He punk kicked
punked
every
kicked-
McMahon member except for Linda.
And that's just because Linda wasn't there.
And then he kissed Stephanie right in front of Triple H while he was handcuffed to the rope. Randy Orton could do that to me, and I am powerless to stop that. He
I just
scared
gotta
me.
let it happen, bro. Like, you know how powerless you feel? It's just like, why I oughta? And then you look and, he is about 6'5", 6'6", 235,
No,
240
he's
at the time.
290.
Well,
Oh,
now-
at the
Now
time.
he's
At that
290.
time.
That's a tie.
But,
yeah.
I mean,
agree.
235, 240, 6'5" is still tough to deal with. And he's bald and angry.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, all I have to do is say one bad thing to Randy Orton, and he's just, and then he's in that place. He sees black. Next thing you know, he wakes up. I'm on the ground like this, slumped over because he done kicked my freaking skull off.
No, he wakes up, and next thing you know, Kofi Kingston's no longer in the world title picture.
Oh, whoa.
Stupid.
That is crazy, though. It really makes you think. If that never would have happened, where would have Kofi? would have
I've been
during that
saying for
time?
years, Kofi Kingston was the edge of the mid card for the 2010s. Edge was the king of the mid card in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
That Kofi is a Hall of Famer with the New Day or without the New Day still.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed.
So he should be a double. Kofi Kingston is like the most underrated. I love that dude. I remember when he debuted on ECW. I was like, because ECW was WWECW, so it was not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he still debuted, and I was like, I like this guy, even with that terrible Jamaican accent. Still love the dude.
Banger theme, though.
But yeah,
SOS.
oh, that on SmackDown versus Raw 2009 that played
Man.
constantly, rescuing Tony and Road to WrestleMania. Anyway, You just brought back some memories that I've had like hidden away on a back burner.
Man.
But yeah, no, Kofi is that guy, and at the end of the day, like he will never be considered the Shawn Michaels or the Triple H of his generation, but he will forever be the crazy Royal Rumble guy, the almost murdering the Miz in the middle of the ring with that Trouble in Paradise where the Miz just turned around and whack, and then just taking that New Day faction, which was just kind of 3 guys put together and put in church clothing. I was like, you guys like church. We're going to make the fans love you now.
Man.
And it's crazy, though. I remember they were talking about the story. I believe Kofi did actually came up with the idea, I believe.
Yeah.
And he went up to Big Show and a few other wrestlers and was letting them know, like, this is what I want to do. People were like, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
This is not going to work. Then, now look.
Yeah.
Very successful.
I will say in the beginning, it felt like people weren't behind it, though.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
You know.
But that was with, like I said, like a floundering Kofi. Xavier Woods, like the biggest thing he had done recently was he was stealing Brodus Clay's theme song and the Funkadactyls.
Yeah.
And Big E almost caved in AJ Lee's sternum and then kind of floundered for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he won the IC title for a second and then that was it. But
Yeah.
it was like you had a perfect, because Xavier is like, I think, a very underrated just behind the scenes, like overall what he knows. Dude has a PhD, so clearly he is a smart guy.
Yeah.
And then if you've ever listened to, like I've listened to the New Day podcast all the time. Big E's dad was like a preacher in the South, so like he's got that reverend kind of like energy, which is perfect because Kofi may not have that like bigger than life energy, but he has that like I'm willing to go, and then I'll throw it in there a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that was a great tag team, but yeah, at the beginning they were in like khakis and white T-shirts, and we're like, what's going on here?
Man.
I will say, you know, I wasn't really behind it at first, but now I'm with the New Day again, man. Ban the Mexican Destroyer. They're out there just entering. Grayson Waller wasn't even there. He done got taken out of the game by the most brutal Mexican Destroyer I ever seen in my life.
Insane. That was insane.
I'm like, goodness gracious. I'm with Xavier, man. He out there drinking liquor in the shower with a neck brace on. You know how hard it is to get drunk with no neck?
I don't.
Well, he does. And that's the problem.
You're now making me really empathize with him. I don't know what that feels like.
Man, he putting people in neck braces. The only one that's not in the neck brace right now is Kofi.
Yeah.
And, let his time come. It's going to be the New Day. All three wrestlers with
Don't
neck
prey
braces.
upon my boy's downfall.
Oh my goodness, the neck brace brothers.
Neck brace brothers. Oh my goodness.
Hey, at least they can kind of design them. Had bedazzled the neck braces.
Speaking of Grayson Waller, how do you guys feel about him being with the New Day, by the way?
He's great.
He can do no wrong. He makes anything work.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Yeah. He's not Big E, but is there ever going to be another Big E?
No.
Right.
Like, there's nobody who's going to have that same energy. The dude looks like Jordan Grace, but as a male. Like, he's got muscles on his muscles. Like, that's the best thing I can explain to him.
Do you notice he had a little bit of a body transformation? Like, you can tell he's been doing a little bit.
I'm assuming after the neck injury, he probably needed to shed some weight to help his neck. Like, I mean, all that muscle is not going to help that neck. So he probably lost some weight for that reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if he's not going to be able to squat his, like, 4 tons that he usually does. Like, you're not that dude, like I said, had muscles on muscles. I don't think there's anybody ever that's been built like Big E, and there never will be another one built like Big E.
Yeah.
Didn't he break the record at John Cena's gym that he had?
Yeah.
Bench press?
Yeah, it was something crazy. Like, yeah, dude's a freak. I think.
I remember that video because Roman was spotting him.
Yeah. I think he did something with, like, a long jump or something, too, and, like, broke a bunch of records. I'm like, the dude is built like. I don't know what he's even built like. I don't know how to describe him, but.
He played at Iowa, didn't he?
Yeah. I think it was Iowa.
Yeah.
Man, and it's so weird, like how NFL and wrestling kind of converts together.
Yeah.
And how it doesn't convert together. We look at some of these athletes and we're like, dude, how would you even block that? But then you think the NFL, it really is about technique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can be, built like a physical specimen and not have any technique, and things don't work out for you. Like Brock when he was with the Vikings.
He played through that whole preseason with like a torn hamstring.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Or is it
That's
tore
crazy.
groin or something, a groin muscle or something? He played that whole preseason. Paul Heyman talked about it in one of his, like, I think it was with the guys from Inside the Ropes, and he talks about it maybe. I don't remember where he does, but he's like, yeah, he has a torn groin or a hamstring during that whole preseason. He ran some, like, insane 40 speed. It was like a 4.5, like, 40-yard, like... That's insane for a guy that dude's size and with a torn groin or whatever. And he was like one of the last roster cuts. It wasn't like he was like first guy out. He was one. He made it pretty far, but then he was like, I don't want to sit on a practice squad. Mm-hmm. So
that's crazy.
I don't know if we'll ever see an athlete like that can just really do whatever the heck he wants.
Yeah.
In just about any atmosphere and be successful. Because there's a lot of WWE guys that might try to transfer to MMA, but there's one key factor you need in that, and I think that's the wrestling background. Mm-hmm. Like Brock, obviously D1 wrestler. Someone like Shelton has that background. Bobby Lashley has that background. That's why he was successful.
He was supposed to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then he got like shot, like there was a bank
robbery.
Yeah, and he got shot, which ruined his dreams. But yeah, Bobby Lashley, he's another just physical phenomenon.
Right.
But he even went to, was it Bellator?
Yeah,
Bellator. And he didn't do, I don't think he did that great. It was like, he was like,
Yeah. I will say, Bobby Lashley wasn't trash.
Yeah.
Like at MMA, like I love CM Punk, but we know how that went.
Or Batista.
Yeah, or
I
Batista.
forgot Batista.
Yeah, Batista tried that out, but like I said, CM Punk and like a Batista didn't have that collegiate wrestling background, which I feel like is a key skill for mixed martial arts, especially if you're not skilled in striking. Mm-hmm. Then that's kind of a nice skill to have as a back burner.
Yeah.
Okay, I might not be a striker, but if I can get this guy into the ground, I can kind of run things there. And I think that's what worked out with Brock is not only was he a collegiate D1 wrestler, but dude's like 275 pounds.
I think he was sometimes billed like at almost 300.
Yeah, I mean, dang near, but so explosive. It's just like, man, what do you do with that? Especially when he has knowledge and knows how to wrestle and use his body.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I just went to MMA. I apologize.
No, you're good.
But,
we're talking about Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So
I know Kurt Angle was almost went into UFC at one point. It was right after he left WWE. Yeah. I think he may have been with TNA for a little bit, but his neck just wouldn't let up. But like Kurt Angle could have been somebody who went.
Kurt could have done it.
He would have been crazy.
Yeah, because I know a lot of the Olympians, like after they retire, they either just go into coaching that sport or just kind of fade away from the sport in general.
Yeah.
Kurt's one of those guys. Like, yes, WWE is not the Olympics, but he's one of those guys like that just was like, I still have that drive and energy to be like the best of the best.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that Brock, you'll never have another Brock Lesnar. Not somebody who can go from WWE, leave WWE at like 26, then try and make it in the NFL.
Right.
That's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
So
he's just an athlete, honestly.
Dude, so when we gonna train you to be that athlete, man? Because
Yeah.
you got the best shot out of all of us. I got the dad bod, Hunter's the brain, so he can think think everything.
I'll be your general manager.
You literally go to Planet Fit. You dang near should have a sponsorship with them. You the president.
Yeah.
President of Progression.
Look, one chop block to the knee is over for me.
Nah, next week you go in one-on-one with the Undertaker.
Just because you don't.
I'll sign that in the contract.
It's up to you.
WrestleMania 42.
Undertaker, or become a superstar and get us out of the slums. We don't want to stay here in Ohio forever, Josh.
Look,
it's all up to you.
Look, JG, the unlockable character that you guys haven't met yet. Myself and JG, we could be tag team partners.
Oh yeah, he actually signed up and everything. Like,
did he really?
Yeah. We were. I was trying to get him some concept designs. I've just been busy this week.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really serious.
He reached out to our boys Malik and Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
interesting.
Yeah, so he signed up for something. So we're gonna see. He's also in the middle of training to be a police officer, so that's just.
Oh well, yeah. He's probably in good physical shape.
Yeah, he could definitely be that next Santos Escobar.
Yeah, I just told him either that or put on a luchador mask.
He didn't want to do the mask, but I thought maybe he's El Grande Americana.
That could be a good call. Nobody was suspecting.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah, Josh would think it. I don't even want to hear you say it's Ludwig, because we all know he's hanging out with Tiffy on SmackDown. Like,
He's being a supportive boyfriend right now.
yeah, he's doing the job of what millions of Americans want to be doing right now.
But I'm just saying, man. I mean, heck, let's just kind of move forward. What do you guys think about, how SmackDown is going? Because I know Solo's been having the promos every week, just introducing each of his members slowly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they're going to go out and attack someone. Who is that someone? I don't know, because they could attack Sammy because he wants his U.S. title back, but I don't think they should do that yet.
Yeah.
I think they should let Sammy keep doing his U.S. Open Challenge run, keep showing new faces, similar to how John was.
Yeah.
When Kevin Owens popped up on that TV, we're like, good God, this dude's a beast. And I feel like that's doing that for Javon Evans. Heck, even Mello and, a couple other people that you just want to, let's see how they look on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think, too, since Sammy is doing the open challenge, you notice how Miz attacked Mello. I think they're going to try to build or do a thing with Mello against the Miz and probably have Mello dethrone Sammy later on while Sammy is continuing to do this open challenge. I think there's going to work their way up to that.
I think it could really be Mello building his getting Miz out of the way type of deal.
Yeah.
And be like, now back to where I started. I want my United States title.
As long as it's not Del Rio, we're good.
Yeah, that's true.
That ruined Cena's. I love Cena's version of it, and then Del Rio won it, and I hated it.
Oh, man. Speaking of that, I'm wondering if he's going to actually come back, Alberto.
No, please. He can.
That ain't happening.
No, he can stay away.
Yeah. Speaking of Latino wrestlers, too, Andrade.
First guy to go
Yeah,
from
I've seen
WWE to AEW, back to WWE, back to AEW. He just won some championship in one of the Mexican promotions.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he won it last night or the night before. I saw that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, he had there's been a bunch of reports out there, and it's hard to really believe what is true and what's not true. So, whatever, as long as he's happy, all's for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that nice set. I'll always appreciate the nice little 7 series with Carmelo.
yeah.
Honestly,
And
that's his best thing.
the Rey Mysterio match at WrestleMania where your boys got involved, Lane Johnson and Jason Kelsey. Always have that match. And
WrestleMania 40.
that's about it, I think. Maybe a couple other little matches. We're going to forget he was a speed champion at one point.
Honestly, not many people like to discuss his NXT run that he had.
I was just talking about
his
his
short
little
his
burst.
short little run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was great down in NXT. Him and Selena Vega.
They were great. It's
Yeah.
like you would think they actually would have booked Andrade with Selena since they were on SmackDown together during a time since he came back. But I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
Well, I think the fan base has gotten too smart and knows that Selena
It's with Alistair, and it just wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Which definitely makes
Speaking
True.
of Alistair, I can't wait for that last man standing match, bro.
with Priest, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That's gonna
that's another
gonna
one of
cook.
those where they set it up. You don't know who's gonna win because it's like Priest needs some momentum, but you don't want to knock down Alistair's momentum.
Yeah.
So now that leaves the unpredictability. Who will win? I don't freaking know. I like both of them. I don't want to choose. I think Priest needs a win,
But so does Alistair.
but so does Alistair. So, well, I mean, I don't know if someone else, a third wheel, gets involved or something to kind of save my hopes.
But who's going to be that third
Who's
wheel?
gonna be the third wheel guy? I don't know.
Unless
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say The Undertaker.
They're pretty close. Pretty close. They're both spooky characters. I wouldn't want to see either of them in an alleyway at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's a random R-Truth cameo. DP. Alistair didn't mean any of that mean stuff he was talking about. Let's all be friends. Black Mass. Knock R-Truth out.
They just need to put R-Truth with Bailey, and then it'll all make sense, I guess, to somebody.
Oh my goodness. We will discuss Bailey in a minute
Man.
though. But
Yeah, just imagine like R-Truth just talking to the side of his shoulder. You understand what I'm talking about? You understand what I'm talking about? And then Bailey's just like, yeah, you heard what he said? Yeah, we all heard what he said. And they're just like having this crazy mental freaking time loop of just nonsense.
And then
That would be hilarious.
Then
if
it
they did
flips, and they're both just like monsters in the ring. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Ron Killings comes out, and I guess Bailey comes back out. I don't know what her version of Bailey is, but you know.
Yeah, just like R-Truth and Bailey just talking to their shoulders, and then Lyra's just like, what's wrong with you people? Who
Her
added the
face
bird
hurt.
lady here?
Go Birds.
Here, go birds. I think this bird lady crazy. Bailey, you'll have to excuse my friend Lyra. She doesn't really know what she's talking about.
Then just throw Tatum in there and make it a whole great interaction.
gosh.
Freaking nut house.
Oh man.
I wonder, with the Street Profits, bro, who's gonna be the heel? Because it's like, I think we all know Tez can do it, but I think that would be obvious. Do they try to swerve us and be like, Angelo Dawkins is the bad guy now?
I think if you make Angelo the bad guy, it might turn into a Tucker situation.
I
That
remember
is
we talked
realistic.
about that.
Yeah.
If you keep him face, it could be like a Booker T kind of thing,
Yeah.
where his brother turns on him, and it's like then he rises up. But I worry too much if you make Angelo the heel, he's a Tucker.
I would definitely say, I know we spoke about this previous episode. As long as Angelo has a manager, I think he'll do good as a heel. B-Fab, unless she sticks with Angelo, because Tez, he has the charisma to do it himself. Nothing against Angelo and his. It's just Tez has.
We know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I just,
No offense to BFAF, but she's a current day Rosa Mendez.
yeah, just kind of there.
Yeah.
Uh,
No offense to either of them. They're
Like-
fine in the ring. Just you're there.
I feel like if you were going to do the B-Fab thing, just keep her with Michin, I guess. You know what I mean, at least, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, good. The thing is, or a big swerve with Angelo just randomly just enjoy like Kiana Jade, this group of people.
Now
That would be
Angelo
so
needs,
di-
now Angelo needs a lawyer all of a sudden.
Hey, that would be funny. You
mean-
see Kiana trying to recruit people.
Man, I see, but he can at least speak English. No, I think that's kind of why they're just doing the Julia thing right now.
Yeah.
Because Stephanie Vaquer, I feel like, has improved a lot faster on her English
She's been putting in work.
compared to Julia at this moment.
Yeah.
Which you don't need to be able to speak. Like, we've seen the Oscars of the world make it work.
Mm-hmm.
The EOs of the world make it work. But,
We'll talk about that too.
yeah, but I'm just like, if that's kind of what they're doing with the whole Kiana partnership,
Yeah.
it's kind of just giving her a mouthpiece until, she may be more comfortable with the, crowd here in the States.
Yeah.
Go ahead, but I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I think just not having Julia paired with, like, she's just been kind of paired with Michin, and no offense to Michin, but Stephanie's like first matches are against like, I think what was EO? Was EO her first match on Raw?
Yeah.
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 And it's like Julia came in hot with Roxanne, and then they split them up, and then they just gave them both different partners. So it was like, why? Why did you do that?
And it's crazy though, when Julia first came to the scene, she was technically supposed to be the the first choice. Then
Yeah, it was-
Stephanie. But now Stephanie is like number one over Julia now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about who you're in a ring with too.
Yeah, just-
Even in a loss, if you're battling Rhea Ripley, you're like, whoa, who was that? Who left that impressive?
Yeah.
I just threw a name out there, but then you got Julia. No offense to the talent she's wrestling,
Yeah.
because everyone has their role and their parts, but there are levels to the names that you're wrestling.
Yeah.
So when Julia, takes care of Zelina Vega,
Julia is the women's U.S. champion, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I want to
Yes,
make sure I
but-
was still remembering that right.
but you take out a Zelina Vega, and I love Zelina Vega, but is Zelina Vega Io Sky? Is she Rhea Ripley.
No.
Heck, even to where Liv Morgan built herself up.
Yeah.
Not even that. As far as a name goes. So when Julia does defeat a Zelina Vega, you're just like, cool. Next, okay, what's next? And, maybe they're trying to build up that women's mid card. Like I felt like Chelsea did a good job
Absolutely.
in that women's mid card, but I feel like it's just different. It feels like Julia and the United States Championship are kind of like meh, and then the Intercontinental Champion is freaking Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
And
I think
that's
it's 'cause
crazy.
Julia isn't on the same level as the U.S. Championship right now. I don't think they built her up enough. Like she was the NXT Women's Champion, but then she lost to Stephanie, and then she her fire got smelted. Like she was gone. And I think that was what's really hurt Julia. And then you bring her up with Roxanne, and Roxanne was like queen of NXT for a solid year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really Roxanne after Mandy Rose was let go.
Right.
Yeah.
And you bring her up with her, and you're like, okay, these two women who have been because Julia came in so hot, she won the NXT Women's Championship and held it. Mm-hmm. But then you split them up, but then you put Roxanne in a group that involves Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough, and Raquel, and Liv. And then Julia you throw on SmackDown, and she doesn't really do much. Then she fights with Michin. Like, who drew the shorter end of the stick there?
Yeah.
Roxanne was written into a built-in story, and she was accepted into that group.
Yeah.
Julia
works.
Julia was just thrown in and was like, "Hey, we're just gonna give you this and figure it out." It's like I can't blame Julia for it not working because Julia is incredible.
Yeah.
But I think she had that's why Kiana does make sense to put her with because Kiana is a good talent. So, but it's like they're kind of running the same thing that Chelsea's doing with her Secret Service.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like we're gonna bully Michin for a while, which is what they did with Chelsea when the dumpster match happened.
Yeah. And I feel like with Julia, because she is a highly touted name, I felt like more so they just said United States Championship to make her feel important, not her build up.
Yeah.
To the point of being important. It's just like, she's too good to just not have anything, especially with the roster we have right now. Mm-hmm. We don't want to put her up and kind of smelt up, the Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill stuff we're doing now. But I'm
man.
heck, throw her in a fatal 4-way if you have to. I wouldn't mind it. She's freaking awesome, but she doesn't have the opportunity to do so. Yeah. Nothing against Michin, but it just feels like the mid card on SmackDown for the women's is Michin.
Yeah.
That's the only,
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head that's in that mid card.
BFAB.
I can't think of anyone else on SmackDown that just pops off at the top of my head.
They're missing Bianca, that's why.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And I heard it wasn't just only her thumb; it's like her knuckle too. I'm hearing rumors when it comes to that. So that's
it's gonna be amazing though. Like when she returns and comes back with a beard.
Yeah,
that is the key to every return. I will be on record as saying that when they're like, "Who is this?" The lights go out. It's Bianca Belair, and she has like the James Harden thing going on, mean face, and then she just hits the KOD. Freaking Bianca. Bearded Bianca gonna take over.
Intermission. I apologize about that, guys. I had an episode. I felt my soul was leaving my body for a split second. But now, on to the next subject matter at hand. We would like to talk about our favorite wrestling promos and what actually stood out, too. So, promos that resonated with us. So, Hunter, you can go first, brother.
So, my favorite promo is Bray Wyatt's return to WWE, where he cuts it like in person, but in character. Mm-hmm. I watched that, I had goosebumps and started to tear up because I was like, and I've never been Bray Wyatt was never my guy. Mm-hmm. I've always liked Bray Wyatt though. He's always been entertaining, but when he comes back and he's just I missed he feels like he's talking from the soul. I don't remember exactly every word he said, but I just remember that whole feeling there in that promo, and I was like, I want to root for this guy. This guy is great. He's talking to you through his soul. Mm-hmm. Where it's sometimes when you get Roman's suffering succotash promo, where it's like, I hate this. Please do not talk ever again. Versus when Bray talked, it was like, I can listen to this man talk for hours and hours and hours and not get bored. And then it was like he was just being real about it. It's like the most character in real promo you will ever see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like then to see a very short time later he passes, it's like that is going to be one of his lasting forever memories because it's one of the last things he does that everyone loved because they put him in with LA Knight, which in retrospect, how did that program not work? LA Knight became one of the biggest popular people over the past couple of years, and Bray, who is a very character-driven, beloved character, how did that not work better?
Yeah.
Well,
Because of neon
lights and
Sponsorship. and
sponsorships.
Mountain
They
Dew.
just kind of overdid it.
Yeah.
But I mean, heck, that gave me some time to think of mine. I think I got one that's probably the Cody Rhodes Paul Heyman promo.
Mm-hmm.
I think I probably cried because he was just talking about how his dad basically lost everything.
Yeah.
Had nowhere to go, and Paul Heyman gave him that opportunity. And he's like, I just want to say that I appreciate you because you got my dad his confidence back. And I promise,
and Paul
I was
Heyman,
about
Paul
to freak. Paul
was hearing
Heyman
it
cried
too.
too. And I'm like, man, and I'm like, this was probably one of those. It's something about those where it's real.
Yeah.
That really makes a promo go because it's like, man, you really don't know about the hardships Dusty went through, and a lot of us are just now learning it through Cody.
Yeah.
And because I mean, obviously he was there through it, and Dusty putting his body on the line, his soul on the line, selling the Rolex and things of that nature, and just to show that, man, like he had nowhere to go, no work. And you took a chance on him, and it wasn't that you gave him a job. He could wrestle bingo halls, whatever the case may be, but you gave him his confidence back. He was Dusty again because of you.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I felt that so much because it's like when you see so many, as human beings, you see so many humans through wrestling or in life, they break down or they go through hardships, and it's not even about them trying to get back on their feet. It's the confidence aspect. If you don't have any confidence, it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to, do what you need to do to just keep going. So when you're dealing with something like that, and someone like Paul Heyman, who's basically this muck on TV, but beyond the scenes, probably one of the best people you can run with, and he's brutally honest. And I think that's what draws some people off. It's just Paul Heyman to tell you how it is in his own way. He'll hold his words. Yeah. But as far as just being a nice human being and giving opportunities to those who needed it, a lot of those ECW wrestlers, it's no place to go sometimes when you're one of those hardcore extreme wrestlers. WWE wasn't trying to pick that stuff up, and he gave them people, those wrestlers, a home, somewhere to do what they love. So that Cody Paul Heyman promo was probably the one that I thought about.
That's really good.
But what about you?
Honestly, that was really good. I honestly forgot about that promo, bro. But that was a good one. That two really resonate. Both of those were great. So one of the ones that stood out to me was the Triple H and Seth Rollins one a while ago. I think it was after Triple H turned on Seth after Kevin Owens won the title. But anyway, Triple H was like, not everyone is going to like you in the locker room. Like, if you don't have anyone that hates you, I can't remember it word per word, but if he says, if you don't have anyone that hates you, then you're not successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just really resonated with me. Like, man, you really think about it. You don't want to be liked by everyone because sometimes you got to push those boundaries. You got to break those barriers.
Yeah.
You have to get out of your comfort zone in order to progress, and all pun intended. So,
if I'm not mistaken, is that the one where he's like, when you're a millionaire, you're evil. When you're a billionaire, you're the Antichrist.
That one.
I remember that one.
That one.
Because he wasn't lying.
It's the truth.
people are gonna hate you if you're successful, no matter what. Good
Yeah.
guy, bad guy, doesn't matter. But if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right.
Exactly.
And obviously, yeah, Triple H was on to something. With
Yeah, and the thing is, not many people many people talk about how Triple H's promos were. Even though he was a heel, he would speak the truth. He would speak the truth. But yeah, that's one of the things that we all can say we love about wrestling. It's like even promos, they tie into a character. They also tie into real life as well too. Even though people would be like, all they do is talk sometimes, but they are also building up a match, building up a product while even telling a little bit of their story, but also giving inspiration to someone that is going through those challenges and hardships. So I'm actually really glad you brought up the Cody and the Paul Heyman promo, because not many people know what's going on behind that.
Yeah.
And even yours as well too. It's just people don't know the struggles of the wrestlers, especially like what Bray Wyatt was dealing with, the challenges that he was dealing with, like the passing of Luke Harper, the passing of pretty much he losing a lot and losing his job.
Yeah.
And he was just talking about how he lost his confidence. Like Bray Wyatt, he was talking about confidence as well. And even you were mentioning how Dusty lost his confidence too. And it's just the fact that they were going through all of those challenges while still impacting us in a way, and utilizing those in their promos. And not many people really can see the bigger picture, and just not just only WWE but wrestling, and all ties back down to the AIW wrestling as well. At the end, what was the guy's name?
Wes Barkley.
Barkley, when he was talking about he was remembering being in the stands. Being in the stands or clapping, being one of the fans, and now he's like wrestling and doing his thing now. And that may actually spark someone that has that dream, or spark someone that has that vision. And how many people, just little things like that could really help trigger something for somebody.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we need an uplifting promo to talk about, though. Like we need like one that's like funny. And the one that always comes to mind is Hulk Hogan, The Rock, and Kane.
oh, dude.
The Cage cutting that promo.
That's a little.
No, this is when he was like.
Wait.
When he was like the millions or the thousands of
Canaanites.
thousands. Yeah, the Canaanites. And Jerry Lawler says Canaanites as The Rock turns his head and like mouths the word Canaanites. So it looks like The Rock is saying Canaanites with Jerry Lawler's voice. Jerry Lawler's voice. But that made me want to watch Kane, The Rock, and Hulk Hogan versus the NWO. So I was down for it.
Oh my goodness.
Anybody actually remember that match? Nope. Did it even happen? I have no idea. But I remember that promo. That will live in my head forever. Because of Canaanites. They needed to make a t-shirt with that. I would have bought one.
Oh my goodness.
Bad. Honestly, Kane can low-key be funny, though, man.
Yeah.
He was low-key funny during those
Bro,
times he was able to have a mic.
Kane was really an underrated comedy wrestler, because he was so serious, and he's the big red machine. But you think about his comedy moments, they are pretty iconic. You talk about concessions Kane, bro. Like he out there with the shirt. They out there in the concession stands.
Yeah.
I remember that. Concessions Kane. You had therapy Kane when he was with Daniel Bryan.
Even the RVD Kane.
Yeah, RVD Kane.
I always love the R-Truth coming out, and he's like not in the match or whatever, and Cage just like, what are you doing out here? He's like, I'm telling you what the Truth's gonna do this Sunday, and he's like, you're not even in the match. Iconic.
Yeah, I'm not even in the match. This one's on me.
Yeah.
Kane, my bad. Hey, y'all have a good one. And then another one, he did the same thing. He got all the way into the ring.
Yeah.
And it was, he had like the three heels, the three faces. Good luck. Good luck. I ain't wishing y'all good luck.
Yeah, it was the Miz. The Miz was like the one like, you're not even in the match, dude.
Yeah, it's like a ladder, Money in the Bank, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. R-Truth has had so many good ones. Like when he gets into the Royal Rumble and puts the ladder in the middle of the ring, and he's like, that one's a good one.
Oh, like one of the iconic moments too. Remember the little hot tag he did with Dom?
Oh yeah.
When it was even a tag match. Oh man, Archer for that
Or
great moments
what was
too.
the one where he was talking about being in the Money in the Bank match, but he's like, I can't go up there. I have arachnophobia.
I got arachnophobia, y'all.
Isn't that like scared of spiders? Oh,
Yeah, and he's like, I'm scared of them too.
I'm scared of him too.
Oh,
man.
Truth is goated.
Yeah, talk about comedy promos. He's definitely one of them ones, man. Because it's just like, I'm trying to think of some more comedics. There's so many though. I mean, you could always go to all the Edge of Christian stuff.
Yeah.
That I feel like that's easy pickings.
Heck, even DX is like Shawn
DX.
Michaels and Triple H. when they came back
Underrated
together.
is Samoa Joe's just walk away. Like it's
Oh,
not,
yeah.
it's just a
Oh.
funny moment in the middle of the match. It's
Yeah.
just he's like they're about to do a move and he just walks away. It's like comedy.
It's
pure
funny
comedy.
because he talks about that too. When someone asks him, "So where did this little walk away thing came from?" And Samoa Joe was like, "It's common sense. Why would I just take a splash or something?"
Like the fact that more people don't do that is astonishing because
Yeah.
there's no effort in that. It's just the guy needs to like fall and land.
Yeah.
Didn't he say like AJ and those guys used to have him try to do it against people randomly
Yeah.
just in the middle of matches? Matter of fact, I think it was Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So then they started kind of picking and choosing which matches you should do it to this guy or that guy. It's freaking hilarious.
What's the one where he does it and the dude just goes like this and like watches it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's just like
Land.
he's like, where are you going?
Dude, and I was thinking about like comedy, like you mentioned DX.
Yeah.
Dude, Eugene.
Oh.
Goodness.
When he's just like, I'm here for the bounty. Hold on. It's the quicker picker upper.
Yeah. Oh.
Dude slammed the door. He knocked again, opened it up. No, I'm not talking about this. Shut the door right in his face again. And I'm like, oh my God.
Who do they fight with trash cans in the back and like they get thrown into like a like one of those big buses?
Was it the Spear Squad?
No, I don't think it was the Spirit Squad. I think it was someone
forgot.
else.
I don't remember.
It was like Renee
I know
Dupree's
who
group,
he's
I
about.
think, maybe.
Oh my God.
I don't remember who it was.
Wait, was it was it Lance Cade?
No.
No.
I just remember he hits like one of them in the head. Maybe it was the Spirit Squad.
Was it the bounty episode?
Yeah.
It was
It was
the
the same
Spear
segment.
Squad.
Okay. It
Because
was the Spirit
they
Squad.
were like
Okay.
backstage. One was like the garbage can. They threw the dude in the garbage truck or something
Oh,
like
that. Yeah. Okay, it is that. Okay. I was just misremembering.
Man, but I mean that whole episode was just people trying to take out DX and them just casually going through their everyday lives, move out the way, ting. Yeah, but what I was saying was, it's just like,
Oh, remember the promo that I think Shawn Michaels, he was working in the kitchen and he was just
Oh,
switching
yeah,
music
they
and
look-
everybody.
Oh, he
was
switched
super
music to
cute.
a little girl.
girl.
No, the best one's when he does it to Sean Spears. He's like, "What's your name?" Stan. Bam! I just kicked Stan, and then he just walked down the hallway kicking everyone and they're
Oh
throwing
my
papers.
goodness.
I always like the one with Crime Time.
Yeah.
Where they
Oh
buy
my
scalping
goodness.
tickets.
Oh my goodness.
And Shawn
that's-
Michaels does the most
Oh my gosh.
insane, like you couldn't do anything. He turns his hat backwards and just is like, he's like, "How can I get a couple tickets, man?" And I'm like, "Why is this 40-year-old Texas white guy doing this?"
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
And then they
Those
like
are some
walk
fun
in,
promos.
walk in with popcorn and their ticket. And they're sitting in the front row, and whoever, I think it might have been it might have been Bischoff or maybe it was Coachman. Or they're mad like, "You can't be here." And they're like, "We bought tickets." Goated episode.
Man, and I won't go too far into it for obvious reasons because we can't talk about it in today's day and age. I'll just say one thing: do-rag Vince.
Oh yeah,
Do-rag Vince.
that was a lot.
He was
Oh
a
my-
menace.
I'll just
Like-
always remember that pin on Bobby Lashley where he pins him and like holds him like this, where his hands are like this and his leg. I'm like, you don't need to hold Bobby that tight. Like,
Man.
you, Shane, and Umaga just beat him down for 30 minutes.
What's up, Holmes? What's up, G?
Even before Do-Rag Vince, he has that moment with John Cena in the back where he's not
Yeah.
Do-Rag Vince yet. That one's
That
a
was
lot.
wild.
He was like,
Please
"What up,
Tell
Bob?"
me he did not just say that.
Oh yeah, and to get Booker in there, just
Man, when you're the boss, I guess, but
Oh man.
but I
And-
will say, man, it was a lot of comedy moments.
and even-
JBL was a low-key comedy character.
Oh my goodness.
When he was
yeah.
when he's like at the border patrol and he's attacking like obviously they're paid actors, but he's just attacking people as they're crossing the border. It's just like only JBL can do this.
Man, JBL was freaking hilarious. Do I gotta tell you in Monster? Do I gotta tell you in Hip Hop? You get the title match. Oh my God, you want to talk about a title run? Is that run underrated or rightly rated? I mean, because
I think it's overly hated.
Yeah, I think it's overly hated, but I do know a lot of people. I mean, actual wrestling fans that do appreciate the wrestling god JBL.
Yeah.
Like time period. So I can't even say it's underrated.
Big Show chokeslams him through the ring during a steel cage match, and he rolls out from underneath. That is genius.
Oh my goodness. Like JBL was freaking awesome, dude. And then he ran into John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But he still had
was a great rivalry.
that he retires to do commentary for a little bit, but then he comes back and has a couple good matches with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where then he like owned Shawn Michaels'
he owned him.
contract, which was really weird.
Yeah. Dude, that was nuts.
And then Chris Jericho beat up Shawn Michaels' wife in the ring.
Dude, I remember Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho rivalry. It went on for a long time.
Well, Jericho apparently made too much contact with his wife. Like he was supposed to like accidentally hit her. He was supposed to go for Shawn and like hit his wife, but not like actually hurt her. But apparently he hit her for real and really upset Shawn Michaels. So he's like that ladder match, because that ladder match, Shawn Michaels Jericho, is underrated. Go back and watch it. He was like, Shawn was really laying some of those punches in there during that match.
Man.
Oh jeez.
But that Suit Jericho, I think we've talked about it a couple times. Suit Jericho is the most underrated version of Jericho.
Yeah.
I hated Suit Jericho as like an 8-year-old.
But
he did a great job.
That means he did a great
If
job.
I hated him, that means he was doing a really good job. Him and Vicky Guerrero are the two most underrated
my
things from my
goodness,
childhood.
man.
Dude, just Jericho coming out the dang suit. He's kind of bland. I'm the best in the world at what I do. Do you understand what I am telling you right now? This is like, oh my God. Somebody shut this guy up. They never could. Then freaking Vicky Guerrero, as you mentioned, that excuse me just rings through your freaking ears. Excuse me.
Her and Edge. My stepdad is not a huge wrestling person. Like he's watched it on and off. I remember he watched that with us when we were growing up, and he was like, Eddie would be rolling in his grave, and just from like a 7-year-old's point of view, I'm just like, oh man, the dead guy's rolling in his grave. This is really bad. Like I was like, this Vicky Guerrero lady is crazy. Like I love Vicky. She deserves Hall of Fame. She does. She is a Guerrero.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah, that's just great. And just like we talked about in a few episodes before, I remember Lindsay mentioned it. We definitely need the GMs back, like with personality, like the heel GMs, and because now it's like Vicky, we remember her for her.
I think Aldis and Pierce kind of does a good job.
I'll remember Pierce. Like Pierce has personality.
Yeah,
Aldis
Pierce
is more of like that Wade Barrett, like I'm just a British guy. That's my personality.
Like that calm. You're not gonna break. You're not gonna disrespect me and my show and my boundaries.
But I do like that about Aldis is that he kind of carries himself because he is a former wrestler.
Yeah.
All right, he might get laid out by Randy Orton, RKO here and there, but I ain't no punk now. You ain't just about to sit here and disrespect me because I will lay you out myself. We're going to have some authority here.
Mickey James's husband will destroy you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but I do understand, like, the GMs back then just had so much personality. It felt like they were a part of the roster as well.
Yeah.
I think Pierce does a really good job at that, especially like I follow him on Instagram and he always like Monday nights before shows, he'll just be like outside walking his dog, or I think he's walking his dog. Yeah. And he's just like, tonight we got this great show. This is what we're doing this. And then on the show, he'll have interactions with Chelsea Green or interactions with like Sam, or not Sammy when he was with, I just remember he's had confrontations with like the slimier kind of heels, like the Chelsea Green, like conspiracy theory Sammy, which I think
or
he
even
works,
Dom too.
Yeah, I think he works great with those characters because it's just like I'm ready to hear what Adam Pearce is gonna say because he doesn't talk like when you have a GM, you're like they talk proper, they talk like this is what we're gonna do. He's more of just like, nah, you guys go out to the ring and fight. I don't care. Like
And I need
I
a
like
drink.
I'm not trying to deal. Like I'm not trying to deal with this right now. And then all the people complain, I need a drink.
He's one of the boy wrestlers, like you know how like wrestlers are like he was one of the boys.
Yeah.
He's one of the boys as our general manager, where Nick Aldis is a former wrestler who took it very seriously and is now like, I want the best for what's for the company. Where
Yeah.
Pierce is
Yeah,
like,
I see
I
what
want the best for the guys. Let's go do this. Let's have a good time. Let's go get a drink.
Right.
And I think that's a perfect dichotomy. And then you just have Ava, and Ava's great.
She fills the role, I guess.
You should bring in Vicky to help her.
Dude, if Vicky just randomly comes back just to help her with NXT, that would be crazy.
It
That would be hilarious.
It'd be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
I think Robert Stone should be like, him and Ava should be like co-general managers.
Yeah.
Even though Robert Stone's just a parody of Tony Khan. But Robert Stone is so good.
Robert Stone was with what's his name before he got released?
I know he was in the big feud with Rhea. That was like where Robert Stone. I really started noticing Robert Stone was when he was feuding with
I
Rhea.
can't remember his name.
I know.
I'll probably think about it.
I know
later.
Shotzi ran over his leg with the tank a couple times.
Speaking of Shotzi, she's doing some crazy work at the indie scenes.
Yeah.
Man.
And she's Filipino. But anyway, I had to get that out.
We love Shotzi. I just we talked about it multiple times. Well, at least I have. There's just a big talent log. It's like not everyone can be champion,
Yeah.
and it's like, where does Shotzi fill in? She can't have either of the world titles. She's not that level for that. And then if you throw her in like the middle scene, it's like she's just Michin.
Yeah.
Is that worth it for Shotzi, or is it worth letting people go see her at these indie shows, or pop up at like one, like, you know, if Raw or WWE is doing a house show in like New York, Shotzi can just appear on it. Like, that'd be cool. That's a lot better time for Shotzi than her just sitting there just like, hey, you're gonna wrestle Kiana this week, then you're not gonna wrestle for 2 weeks, then you're gonna wrestle Alba Fire. And it's like,
which is just so crazy. Honestly, they should utilize Michin with the TNA partnership too, to be honest.
I think they're trying to use NXT people only. Like, they've had a couple WWE guys
And they could
pop
just
up.
throw Michin back down to
But
NXT.
Michin's
She was for a
Michin's
little
good
bit
to have on the
against
main
Jada
card.
Parker.
Do you think that the low period though in the women's mid card will just eventually be filled up once they get more of the NXT talent up?
I don't know. The Raw side's really good. 'Cause
Yeah, the Raw-
you got
Agreed.
Bird Lady, you got Bailey, you've got Becky's technically in the mid card.
I feel like the Raw mid card is just the same version of SmackDown's tag team division,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it's just like, hey, all of this talent, no talent,
Yep.
or less talent, and then talented tag team division, then Raw's tag team division. It's like
Yeah.
SmackDown
gotta-
has the best tag division, where Raw has the best women's division and main card division.
right,
Yeah.
I like SmackDown's mid card division right now more than Raw's mid card division. And that's just because Dom's kind of got his hand in everything, so he's a little distracted. So it's a lot more of just like the Judgment Day more. Where in the mid card on SmackDown, you have Alistair and Damian. You have anything that Solo's doing right now should be mid card, because I don't think he's going with Cody right now. And Jacob, and if Jacob's going after Drew, but you saw what they had to do on SmackDown is Cody and Randy have to now go with 2 Raw guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, I do have a theory for that though.
What's up?
So when I saw Bronson and Braun Breaker out with Cody and Randy, thinking about it, Randy could be the Ric Flair, Seth could be the Triple H, Bronson could be the Batista, and Braun Breaker could be the Randy Orton, and Paul Heyman's just like an extra guy. That could be your own version of Evolution.
Man,
That would be.
Because Seth and Randy are pretty
swerve.
similar ages, which is kind of how like Triple H and Rick were. They were a little bit apart, but like long time, like this is your guy. There's no doubt saying Randy. It's like Randy and Cena of the past 25 years. That's 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
They've been there for the longest, the best. Those have been 1, 2. Then it's like, well, then Seth's still there. That's like your Triple H guy. He's a world champion now. He's still successful.
Mm-hmm.
In a power couple. Then you got Bronson, who's a little bit older, but is still, he's a monster. That Dave Batista, like, he's older, but he looks phenomenal. He can crush people in the ring. Like, it takes a lot to take him out.
Yeah.
And then you got Braun Breaker, who is that young, just hot talent, second generation. In Randy's case, he was third generation, but second generation, just beast, who's great in the ring, has cool moves, looks awesome. This could be your Evolution 2.0.
That's a good theory.
Because, I think they do need one more. Whoever that one more may be, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
And then it's like Orton. It's so weird because it's like Orton's goal is to get to the World Heavyweight title or WWE title. But at the same time, he keeps falling short because of this or that. And then, so what is his real main goal? Is it to still do that? Or is it to bring up the younger crop like a Ric Flair at that time?
Yeah.
I'm talking about on screen though, not off screen. Off screen, he probably wants to bring up the talent.
Yeah.
But on screen, what is his goal? Because Ric Flair was pretty old at that time.
Yeah.
So you weren't really looking at Ric Flair trying to go after a world heavyweight title at that time.
Yeah, and with Randy, like nobody would be mad if he's a world champion, but who does he beat for the world title? He's not beating Seth.
Yeah.
And if he beat Cody, what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Cody needs to beat Randy for the title because it would just give him up on one legacy. They had that 3-way legacy for the world title, and Randy beat them all. So it's just like Cody gets his win back, and you get a face Cody versus a heel Randy. And let's be honest, we all love face Randy, but like we were saying at the beginning, nothing touches heel Randy.
Yeah,
that's true.
And honestly, SmackDown needs that heel, that savage heel.
And if you put like if they did the Evolution, like Triple H was the world champion, he's the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was Ric Flair and Batista. You put Randy and Bronson Reed together, you're gonna tell me that Randy can't help it or Bronson get more of that like killer mentality. Not that he doesn't have it already, but now you have an extra piece to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and if you look at Ric Flair versus Batista, Ric Flair is that technical guy. He was never the powerhouse, teaching the powerhouse. Randy has always been a big guy, but he's never been the powerhouse. Batista's there, Brock's there, Cena's there, Undertaker's there. There's too many of those powerhouses, but he is a great in-ring worker.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's very underrated with that. Teaching Bronson how to do that would be great. And then Braun, you already have the rocket ship to him. Putting him in this group where he can just, like, if he wants the IC title, and you could legit have a world where it's Seth as a world champion, Orton and Bronson as the tag champions, and then Braun as the IC champion or US champion, whatever you want him to be.
Speaking of which, what if they were really building the vision to just take over the whole WWE, like Raw and SmackDown, just in general?
That'd be fire, like a multi-brand faction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is just...
That would be the whole vision, which...
Literally.
That'd be kind of awesome. That'd be thinking outside of the box, because I don't think we've ever really seen that.
Yeah.
Those factions run a show, not a company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you, that would be pretty damn dope.
Then you think about it too, like, what if they're like, you know what? Let's take over NXT too.
Man.
They could really do a lot.
It's similar. If you played the game if you played WWE 2K, then that's kind of similar to how
Mutiny.
Mutiny, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they just took over the whole company, NXT. Raw,
I'll never
SmackDown.
forget Scott Steiner throwing somebody off the top of a building.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a part where you can recruit these groups of people, and you recruit a bunch of older legends, and Scott Steiner's one of them, but it's like 03 Scott Steiner with like the chainmail.
Yeah.
And they're fighting on top of the PC, and I think he just like chucks Josh Briggs off the top or something. He just like throws them off, and then he rips the mutiny sign down, and he's like, oh. That's all I remember from that storyline. That's all I remember from it.
And honestly, if WWE played their cards right, they could do something like that, because that would build more stars and build up. You think about it, they need more faces to be stars.
Yeah.
And they also need those heels that are just like a threat.
Because you want to talk about like a show takeover where people are just coming out running things.
Yeah.
Can't think of anybody that really did that. But I mean, we could say the Shield, but they were like a 3-man group.
I think there was an episode of Raw where Kane just came out and wrestled everyone in every match and broke up every match because he was mad about something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a fun episode. I just remember it was like, I think it was like Kai and Tai versus like the oddities, and just Kane just comes out in the middle and just starts beating people up. Then he leaves. And the match gets like ends in a disqualification. The next match comes out. It's like Scotty 2 Hottie versus like Test. Then Kane just comes out and beats both of them up and then leaves. Like you could do that with the Vision.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't like this match. We're gonna beat you up. Sorry. I don't. Kira Tozawa and Tyler Breeze. I don't know.
We're running a show now. We don't like this product.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and interrupt it.
You know, Becky
You
2
see.
belts. We're about to get Becky 20 belts in this.
Yeah.
Man, that would be crazy and insane. And speaking of which, what if they do a swerve and have Jay join the Vision? Because you think about it, Jay was also looking at Cody's title for a little bit too when Cody actually tried to talk to Jay. I'm not sure if like guys may remember that he looked at the title, because what if, I know he's doing it with the bloodline right now with his story, but like let's say eventually they just somehow have Jay go against Cody later on down the line and take the title, and let's say Jay joins the Vision and he runs SmackDown with that title while Seth is running Raw with, because Jay kind of wants to have that tribal chief type of deal, because Roman did say screw everybody. He was like, this is your time. And what if Jay tries to develop all of Roman's old traits and even going after that WWE title? And
I will.
Interesting idea. I have an idea to kind of piggyback off that.
Yeah.
go ahead.
If we don't go the Randy Orton route, say that we set this up for War Games. Triple H is the best at booking War Games matches.
Yeah.
He may not be the best at everything, but his War Game matches are great. Somehow Brock gets into with the Vision. Let's just say Brock and the Vision, and then it's the Usos, Roman, and whoever the fourth, they make it LA Knight. Who cares? Like, just whoever the fourth guy is of that group. They could bring Sammy in, whatever they need to, and that's going to be your War Games match. Like they did with, I think it was... Who was the girl in Damage Control, the non-Japanese one that wasn't Bailey? Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai.
Yeah.
Dakota Kai did an NXT during War Games, where she did
I
attack
remember when she
Tegan
turned,
Knox.
yeah.
Imagine Jay does that to like Roman or something, or Jimmy.
Or even Sammy. Or
Yeah.
your-
And then comes back
That
into the match and starts helping the Vision win the match.
That would be crazy.
Like-
Like, you think about it, that would
Like,
the
they could
pop
do
would be
something where it's
crazy.
like Brock's going to be the fourth member, and then Brock just doesn't come out.
Yeah.
And then this happens with Jay. Jay joins the Vision. They leave the ring, and then Brock comes out. And I don't know who he would target in that match. Maybe Roman. I don't really know what your projection with Brock is here.
Yeah.
Like, it's really every time Brock comes back, it's either Roman, or he's either feuding with Roman or Cody. Like,
Or like, let's say, since they're thinking about booking Brock and Braun Breaker and Mania, you know, have Brock make it seem like he's going to help them out. Like, have him be the last man to come out of the cage. Then next thing you know, he comes in the ring, he F5s Braun Breaker, and Paul was like, what are you doing? Then Roman, you know, they're all smiling like, oh, okay, this is going to be easy pickings. The next thing you know, Jay comes in, super kick, Jay. Jimmy's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, then he just super kicks Jimmy and super kicks Sammy or whoever the other member is.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, Division wins, and Seth is like, ha ha.
Division.
I think what you could do is have
See, it would be crazy.
have Brock or have Braun and Bronson start the match with, say, LA Knight, and in this case, we're gonna say he turns on Roman and Jimmy. They go out.
Yeah.
We'll have Brock go out third.
Mhm.
He gets in the ring, and like the match is evenly fought. He takes out the two other guys. Then Braun and Bronson are like, "Yeah, look at us, we're so good." And like we took out the other two guys.
Mhm.
Then he destroys those two, and then he just leaves the ring. He's done with the match. He's like, you know, he made his stamp. He's targeting one of those two.
Mhm.
Then Jay hits, and he's like, "Oh, Jay's about to get in there. They're about to do more damage to everyone." He goes out of the cage. They're going to lock it up. He throws the referee away and starts attacking Roman. Okay? Then he goes into the ring, starts beating back up Jimmy and LA Knight, and then Seth can come in and just be like, "Welcome to the Vision."
That would be crazy.
That'd
You
be
know,
nuts.
the ultimate boo that Jay would be getting.
Yeah.
His
That
thing-
would get him turned. That would immediately turn him bad.
And then you got to think maybe Jey Uso. I don't know when the time has come, but if he beats up Jimmy Uso and Jimmy goes off TV to go be a dad real quick,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know, and that timing might line up too. Depending.
Jimmy
Then Timmy comes back.
and they have a
being
mediocre
ex-
WrestleMania match
His
again.
beard would get longer, be
Bigger
bald,
beard,
be bigger.
It's like you Bro, the only thing I've been thinking about as far as War Games goes is like the Brock Lesnar piece. It's just like I've never seen Brock Lesnar, well, at this day and age, do any tag stuff, if that makes any sense. Like,
They
Yeah.
tried to, and then he attacked Cody
Cody,
Rhodes.
yep.
yeah,
That's why
So-
it'll be
so
good.
Brock Lesnar's character has been such a prize fighter.
Yeah.
And all about me, that if he's gonna be in that atmosphere, if he's gonna do some type of betrayal, it's gonna be in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're gonna just have Brock working together with somebody. I don't even think he has the patience for that. Like real Brock Lesnar doesn't even have the patience for that.
Exactly.
I'm Brock. I go in here, boom, bow, crash. Where my money?
Yep.
And that's that. You want me to sit in this cage for 45 minutes to 55 minutes and work? You know who I am?
Yeah.
And I could.
It could be that Braun Breaker, like they do a match on Raw, and we know Braun and LA Knight are going to be the first two out, okay?
Yeah.
Well, then Braun's just sitting in the cage. He's like, I'm about to go out. But then Seth could put his hand out, and Paul Heyman could be like, no, and let Bronson go out. Well, then when he tries to do it again and let Seth go out, Brock's just like, no, I'm going out there, and pushes him out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
We are booking War Games right now.
Watch. I bet you Triple H is going to scroll through his phone. He's going to see Wrestling with Progression, and he's going to be like, oh. The next thing you know, the whole thing happens.
I'm just saying.
I mean, if they need help,
I'll go right.
Look,
I'll go right.
Look, you don't have to give us much. Just
speak for yourself.
Just a penny. Give us a penny or Idaho quarter.
I can't live in.
Quit my job.
I can't live in Stamford, Connecticut on a penny. I need decent money so I can live there.
He's speaking for himself. If we're gonna get paid, I need a nice salary so I can tell my job, screw you. I'm in the wrestling business now. Shove it. I'm tired of climbing these poles and installing internet.
$9 an hour.
Don't appreciate it. Like, I'm trying to get out of here. So, hey, yeah, I'll take that job as long as the pay's right.
I'm just saying.
You can pay him a penny. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if any of those predictions happen, we're leaking what the recipe to eat juice is.
Well, anyway, that concludes our episode of Wrestling with Progression. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode. And WWE,
pay me.
Pay me what I deserve.
Again, like and subscribe. Support us. Till next time. Ooh la la la. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la.
The la still going?
Press the like button. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Ooh la la.
Subscribe, he'll stop.